always talks about the barrier nowadays when they're doing up cars. They always buy something with a barrier in it, or end up putting a barrier in something, which got us thinking. We had a lot of fun when we did the van, but it just wasn't, it's just something missing. We just couldn't register it and drive it on the road, and it was just, I don't know, bland. It just got to a stalemate, really. Yeah, it's fast, but you can't really see how fast it is. So it got us thinking. So we went out and we bought another car. It's a Shitbox again, but this one can be registered and fixed up. Don't mind me. And that's what we're going to do. But the catch is, it doesn't have a barrier in it. With this one is it's going to be taken a little bit more serious than the van. I'm going to put flanges in the turbo for one. It's not going to be direct welded to a bit of fence pipe. There'll be no star droppers, and there'll be no 2 1/4, whatever it is, inch exhaust pipe being used for intake or boost pipes. But the idea is we're going to use this as a base to turbo, so I can practice, because I've bought a TIG and I'm useless with it, and I want to practice TIGging alloy pipe and stainless pipe, obviously to get all the shit welding out of the way, hopefully, before we do any decent work that's going to be obviously scrutinised a little bit more heavily than something that's just for fun. But that's the idea, just for practice. And painting too, we're going to paint it. A bit more painting practice. And we've got a bit of rust, obviously, in the rear, like quarter glass down the bottom of it, and the back window. So it's rust repair practice, paint practice, welding practice, both big and TIG, obviously, for the rust repair. But that's the idea of it. But we'll see how long that lasts. I've got a sneaking suspicion it's going to be taken stupidly seriously once we find out that it's actually going to work and be fun to drive, but we'll see. A quick 0 to 100 before we do any mods. Now I'm going to take it easy because this gearbox is funny with the when you're rushing it between first and second. Alright, here we go. Don't think any cars are coming. See? I got a crunch. 100. Not bad. See? I got a crunch. 100. Not bad. Not bad. Just toying around with where I kind of wanted it to sit without having to chop anything, and surprisingly it fits pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it there. It's level pretty much at the bottom of the intercooler with the front bumper section, if that makes sense, for the bottom of it. Level on the bottom. So all you'll see, obviously, is through the fucking hole, you'll see it. But nothing poking out of the bottom. Well, you might see like the tiniest little bit and a bit of the pipe, maybe. But that actually fits pretty good. I've got to keep in mind, because I cheaped out and bought the cheaper kit, that it's got 3-inch pipe. A bit of a, there's room for a bit of a trim up, but this is the idea anyway. Up through there. Obviously that'll have to be moved. What I might do is pull the airbox and shit out and have a look, and then up and around and in, measure that throttle body. This side, you have to relocate the battery, obviously, because obvious reasons. There's multiple reasons, but anyway. Out. Same spot pretty much. Up where the battery is, then to the turbo. Don't really know where that's going to sit yet, because I haven't. Might have a bit of a fiddle around with that too. But the pod will more than likely sit in here as well anyway, so. Alright, all I've done here is just made a couple of little flat bits up. Didn't have any flat steel, so I've just made it out of angle. Just chopped it in half and fucked ass around. There's my first attempt at my new welder. Fuck me. Too much heat. I had the setting wrong. Blew a big fucking hole. But then when I set it right, it makes me look like I can weld, sort of. Well, I think that might be a wrap for today. I'm happy with where I got. I only really wanted to get that mounted, get that manifold off so I could machine the flange off, and I don't have the intercooler piping yet anyway, that's still on its way. Don't have the injectors and wastegate, and I got the turbo. A few other bits and pieces. But yeah, still waiting on all that shit to turn up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this video until everything's here, so it's just pretty much one whole video, so you don't have to wait. You just get to see it pretty much drive at the end of the video, hopefully.
It's not oil.
No, that's chemical.
It's something else. Alright, don't bump my coat.
Hit properly. Only dripping a little bit. Oh, fuck, it's never.
Just the beanie and shit burning in.
Oh, don't breathe it in.
Oh, yeah.
That can't be good for you. Set myself on fire.
Oh, that shit reeks, man. What's the temp doing? It's hardly even up, so don't need it to... Oh, does that even work?
Yeah.
It's not even
fans don't though.
Why are the wipers up like that?
Sorry.
Why are the wipers up like that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're down now. That was exciting.
Just get it in top gear and cruise it to a servo and do the pull thing first. Like,
Yeah, a bit further in.
Yeah. Smells hot.
The smoke coming out. The smoke coming out. Oh, no, there's not.
Pushing
yes,
oil.
there is.
Pushing oil. Out the breather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs catch can.
Yeah, I knew that, but I didn't think it'd actually push raw oil out of the fucking thing. It's hitting the bonnet and everything. Get the bonnet stick. Putting an LS in it, alright? Alright, I bought an LS, we're putting an LS in it.
I can feel it right now. And you just touch the throttle and it wants to fucking
Slip.
boost.
It